Every journey begins with a tremor, a small shift in the soul that says something is changing. And when that change gathers enough courage, it becomes art. And today we bring to you the art of becoming. My name is Letogo Tlempofo, better known as Poet Leto, and today we bring to you a poetry spotlight in reflection of 1, World Mental Health Day, 2, the International Day of the Girl Child, 3, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and generally the art of becoming in life. So what the show brings again to you is immersive music, spoken word performances, visual storytelling, and dance itself. So immerse yourself in the art of becoming, and through it all, do capture a sense of artistic expression in the journey of life. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to We Create Africa. Okay, it's a Words Matter show hosted by We Create Africa and Yellow World. And at the same time, it is also the month of the day, the International Day of the Girl Child. As we're empowering the girl child, we also remember that it is a month of the day where the mental health awareness. So we keep that in mind. So this is how our area is like. This is Alliance Française de Valoyo, and it also welcomes you. And my name is Blair Mutandwa, and I'll be your host tonight. So at the back there, we have our painting stables. For 50 cents, you can do face painting or any body art on the other side, where there are flowers and all that. And on that, you can grab yourself a canvas and a paint. It's for free from that side. You can paint it. You can paint it now. Just play with your inner child, whatever. There are no rules. Just play with it. Right. And then, if you want to take pictures of a painting, you will take pictures. But if you want to take your painting home, you will pay $1. So now, I'm expecting that each and every one of you should be grabbing a brush, some paint, and a canvas, and start playing with it, and have fun as you are interacting. All right. And on the table down there, we'll be having our stables that have information on cervical cancer, prostate cancer, and breast cancer, hosted by the Bold Dialogue. All right. And then on the other side, we do have snacks that are on sale. And then there is also complimentary wine. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your evening, and welcome to the show. And be painting something right now as the show starts, as the show continues. Play with it. It will be very crucial at the end, because this is the show about reflection. So, starting our show right now, I would like to introduce the first act of the night. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You are ready? Okay, no, for that. Are you ready for the first act of the night?
Yes, sir.
Let us put our hands together as we welcome our poet from We Create, Nandi.
Hi everyone. Hi. So my name is Nandi and I'm from We Create. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a very personal piece that I wrote when I was in a foreign land. And at that time when I wrote the piece, I was thinking that there's some kind of abuse that we face in a foreign land. And that abuse is when you are asked where you are coming from, and your answer is, I come from Zimbabwe. So because of that, there were moments when I was never really comfortable to introduce myself as a Zimbabwean. So I changed my accent and do a lot of things that would really not directly tell anyone that I was coming from Zimbabwe. So now that I'm thinking, now that I'm at home, I'm thinking that maybe we should really be proud of our identity and who we really are. And this is my artistic way of becoming a proud Zimbabwean. So I hope you enjoy. I carried my flag across borders. Most times fought a small tug beneath my very loud silence. They asked, where do you come from? Southern Africa, I'd say. But which part? I come from Zimbabwe. I answered with a smile so thin, a bridge between shame and loyalty. Yes, my soil is cracked. And yes, my rivers run dry, but no. I did not steal the bread from my brother's hand. Do not judge me by palaces I never slept in, by feasts I never tasted, by promises signed in ink that never reached my door. I am not the famine, nor the thousands and thousands of reasons why we ran away from home. I am the child who still sings of home, a song steeped in inheritance, not pride. I am the mother who ties hunger into a lullaby. I am the father who plants seeds in a barren ground, believing that rain must one day return. I am the student bending over, fading ink and learning in the darkness, because dreams do not wait for Izesa. My silence is not shame, nor my pride is ignorance. I see the cracks, and I feel the weight, but I refuse to bow my head as if I signed these lies myself. Well, my passport smells of ashes, yes, but my name calls me back home. I did not cause this. I am not the anthem sung by Polish lips that never tasted hunger, but I am the dream still breathing in the dust, the fire that refuses to be put out. I am the scar, yes, but scars are proof that healing has begun. I want to be the voice of these individuals, defending them from this shame and alerting them of belonging. I rise Zimbabwean. Now, not because it is easy, but because it is mine. Not because I am blind, but because I can see a tomorrow buried beneath the soil, a future worth the waiting and worth my loyalty. I have walked in foreign lands carrying my name like contraband. Sometimes ashamed, most times silent, but listen, shame does not define me. The corruption is not my inheritance. The hunger was never my creation. I am not the thief of my nation, but I am the dream still breathing in the dust. I am that fire that refuses to be put out. I am the scar, yes, but scars are proof that healing has begun. So call me dreamer, call me stubborn, but I will carry this name, this land, and this hope until the ashes live again. You might as well call me Zimbabwean. I did not cause this, but I can outlive it. And when my children ask me, where do we come from? I will smile with both tears and pride and say, from Zimbabwe Mtanani. We come from a land that was broken, but never bowed. We come from home. Thank you.
Okay, let me just be singing something for you, something a cappella, eh? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
Thando labo bebo babili, ngolabo bebo babili bayeke bathandane. Bebo babili bethandane benjalo bebonisa nobuhle bothando labo. Uthando labo bebo babili, ngolabo bebo babili bayeke bathandane. Bebo babili bethandane benjalo. Oh, yeah, bangaxabani. Bangaxabani, bangaxabani, asabe, bangaxabani, 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 bangaxabani. Daddy, eish. Bathi uqinisa ugqoka isigqoko esiqaphe eqole khona emgaqweni okosiguqe seqaga amaqa emaqaqweni egiqika emgaqweni okosiguqe qeqeshe qonda uqobo lakhe. Bathi uqinisa ugqoka isigqoko esiqaphe eqole khona emgaqweni okosiguqe seqaga amaqa emaqaqweni egiqika emgaqweni okosiguqe qeqeshe qonda uqobo lakhe. Bangaxabani, bangaxabani. Bangaxabani, bangaxabani. One more time, eh? Bangaxabani, bangaxabani, eh? Bangaxabani, bangaxabani. Zwana, eh? Oh, baxabe noxambe xabe nengenxoxo bexexa ngoxolani yedeni. Ithi kunxiba niqalala xa kuxaba xubini uxoxo kasaxolela uxam. Bathi ngxoxo kaxoxo noxam ixabanisa uxam noxoxo uxoxo waxila ngoxo. Bangaxabani, 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 bangaxabani. Let's take it higher. Bangaxabani, 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 bangaxabani. Thank you.
Oh, that was I wasn't expecting you guys to clap for me when I come back on stage. Thanks a lot. Oh, hey, as the show continues, let us not forget that we have an information desk on cancer awareness. You can grab a brochure. It's just something you can read through and get information about cancer, from cervical cancer, breast cancer, okay, prostate cancer. So, and we have snacks on sale and complimentary wine. Please grab a canvas, a paintbrush, and paint something. It's for free. But if you want the painting to take it home, you will pay $1, only $1. And if you want some face painting, body painting, it's on the other desk, just going for 50 cents. So guys, now, I have always questioned my way of being as a human. What I am I spirit, am I spiritual? Am I not spiritual? Am I real, am I not real? Am I a child, am I an adult? Am I confused or I'm correct all the time? And all those always mold to one ball and it closes it. So, for this, there is only one way I could get clarity. And that way is by introducing our next act. On this day last year, she was representing Zimbabwean youth and Yellow World at in Denmark. She has released an anthology of poetry called The Shards of Sanity. She was nominated for a BAA and also performed at the awards. And she is many things a beautiful soul can be. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Letu. And in that point, the awakening.
Will we ever know? Will we ever know the once upon a times? Or will we be them? Will we ever know the fault lines between adult and elder? Or understand the relevance of amaculo or mbutan?
or we are the last to ever see the glimpse of our true origin is we, a collage of contradictions, a mashup of past and present, a generation of hybrids. Our identities intersect and clash. We are not the fruitful product, but the consequences of our parents' stories. Lessons they learned and never taught us, how something that is supposed to be a blessing can turn to a reminder of moments of weakness. We have become the pieces of their desires, living our lives either adding onto the damage they never discovered or healing wounds we may never know the depth of, trying to piece together a sense of self like a puzzle with missing corners. We know for sure we're belonging most right, but we're forged seeds of independent existence, fail to identify what it is that will grow us and fail to identify what it is that will grow us. We know for sure we're belonging most right, yet here we are, planting wisdom on the other end and harvesting poison with the other hand. The only generation to have midlife crisis at 20, owning the title of depression like a badge. The only generation to have midlife crisis at 20, and it pains me, makes my heart pump blood a bit darker, with the thought of us being parents to children 10 times more darker than us, and all of this. So will we ever know? Or we will never know. Good evening. Good evening. Salwanan. Oyefuna Magadi. My name is Letogu Tembofu. I go by Poet Letu. And welcome to the Art of Becoming, a spotlight on me. So usually I introduce myself with the fact that my name is Kulegile Letogu Tembofu. I believe my parents prayed and they were given what is good, which is me. My elder brother would disagree, but I am what was good anyways. But today I am identifying as our poet, a translation of poet nature. Our poet. I am a child of the community. With all the support you are here, and that's why I'm a child of the community. So in life, there are things that we go through, and for now, we are in the awakening. An innocent child that grows up to discover things in the world, and see new things, discover colors, discover people, and this is the state that we're in. The hard part always seems to last forever. Deep down in my heart, I hope you're doing all right. But sometimes I always ask myself why we aren't together. And I always kept your number saved, hoping someday I'll get the sense to call you mine. I'm hoping you'll say you're missing me just the same way I'm missing you, and maybe someday you'll get the pride to call me yours. Okay. To hold and look up, hope the tears will just blow away. For time to time it gets to be and that the tears just dry without notice. So much for trying to measure up. Phenomenal, you and me. Countless times I told myself I'm done, throwing in the towel and picking it up again, using it to strengthen the holding part of this whole thing, saying it's the last time I'm loving you, the last time I'm kissing you. Maybe that's all in vain. But without effort, you lay a bed in my heart and start a warm fire, get cozy and fall asleep to the grocery, a bonfire. Get up and leave, for it's never your fault, but is it? Or you look at me with those glimmery eyes that weaken me. You say you love me, but we're toxic. I think I had exotic. So I guess forever isn't forever, after all. And you've created out of me a lover girl, a hopeless romantic, a damsel without de-stress in your arms. My chaos finds its way. You walk me through a feeling many search for a lifetime, the kind that is too deep, too much, too consuming, the kind told in longing like a rumor that is too beautiful to be true. And you've taught me how to let my walls down and bend with you. And they say if you love somebody enough to die for them, then you will love. I am willing. A death in your arms is much better than a life without you. And even in this quiet truth that I know you're my soulmate, I still fear you might leave someday. Even though you rule my every thought, I still think people fall in and out of love all the time, especially in our times, and there's nothing special about us. So will it be us someday? And that hurts, but I'm still drawn to you, and I know love shouldn't hurt, but love isn't exactly love, a little bit of pain. It's not exactly love if I don't find myself wondering what will become of me in a non-existence. It's not exactly love without a little bit to the moon and sometimes never back. It's not exactly love. And I know loving you is a choice. But I fear it might also be a trap. One that the most humane parts of us can't go for long without, and like a mouse, I'll keep reaching for that cheese. It's cheesy. I know. But that's the most beautiful thing about love. We all fear it. And though our fears may be known and unknown, we still fight for it. And I'm not alone in this, and that gives me hope that maybe one day, maybe today, you and me may become one. A movie that our children will wish upon. A novel that will make many yearn for the kind of love we have, an eternity to prove that love lived in us, and I love you. I love you the fairy tale kind, the old-fashioned way, to infinity and beyond. I like you the animated kind, the teenage kind with butterflies. With all I have and all I am, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and it is bottomless. And today, I love you.
Yeah. Get it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Starlight, the Recreation.
My superpower is being invisible. It's very easy for me to get in a room and disappear, leaving colorful hair floating in the air. I never really know what to say in a room full of smart people. I usually hate the round table self-introductions because the voices in my head are enough to keep me engaged for days. They sometimes ask me questions whose answers I fail to comprehend. What if your answer is not the answer to the question asked? What if you don't pronounce your name correctly? What if your 2 cents don't make sense? I have to have debates with myself before the baton is passed on to me, and it's usually hard to decide which voice to pay attention to. Tell them you hate me. The voices at times pop up unexpectedly, and no, I don't hate men. I've tried love before. But you got degreed last month and dumped me for being an uneducated decision. I almost told him that I also wish I could carry a school bag. The one bag that will most probably have nothing to show for it, except a piece of paper framed and turned into an aesthetic in my father's bedroom walls. I almost asked him a day after his graduation how it was being unemployed. I, for one, am even scared to ask for sanitary pads from my mother because she won't ever tell me point blank, but I can tell. I've lived off of her money for far too long. The wheel has to turn and I have to be the breadwinner, but the only time I get to win bread is on a road show, so show me one. I'm getting out Mr. Cinco because that's what I can afford. It is not as easy as we all imagine. Help me erase the disappointment in their eyes that reminds me every time of everything I failed to be. I used to sleep peacefully during exam period knowing my father would dream on my behalf. Help me explain to him how the engineer he raised is now an artist, a poet for that matter. And good ones exist with a bit of madness, but I have to try and balance that with being an ideal daughter he can talk about to all his friends. Yay! I used to judge my sisters by that avenue for holding on to dancing poles like their lives were dependent on them. I never really knew that their lives really were dependent on them. Now I won't pretend I never walked past that place and imagined how it would feel to be in their shoes. Dancing my way to freedom. Have desperate men toss around their children's tuition fees like it were worthless pieces of paper. At least then, I would have something to take back home. But because I wouldn't know how to strut back to church after ensuring people's husbands return home happy men, how do we balance between navigating morals and faith when they all have a price tag, and the price of life being rapture? I tend to laugh a lot by myself, because at times the voices crack up jokes trying to deviate me from not contemplating suicide, because self-destruction feels a bit more liberating. So when they're done introducing themselves, decorating their names with countless accolades, I finally get to say, I am Starlight, a seamstress. Thank you.
Only on good days. Only when
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi guys. Yeah, so I don't know where to start, but this piece is inspired by the poetry that Uletu has been doing throughout. They invited me here to express the poem through paint. And I hope I did justice. I felt like the picture on the poster was just so powerful on its own that it needed to be what is remembered most tonight. And the butterflies are obviously such a very symbolic part of this piece, as you can see, and as you heard her own words. Yeah, so this piece is inspired by the words that were spoken tonight, and I hope you enjoyed watching me as I paint it from my head without the actual reference. Yeah. So, yeah. If you have any questions, please. My name is Luchishiki, by the way. I just got so curious. I'm still in the zone. I'm still looking at it like, I don't want to touch here and there. But yeah, this is where we are tonight, and I hope if you guys say it's complete, then we can leave it here. But if you want me to touch it a bit further, we can vote on that, I think. So if you have any questions about the piece or my process, please ask. I'm still in the painting zone, so I'm not really in the speaking level. So if you ask, it helps. The singing. You want to?
What of the singing zone?
Oh, the singing zone.
There's a different setting to pay for.
Yeah. Yeah, so any other questions? I might sing at the end after a few questions. So I did it. Should we continue or we end it here for now? Or we end it here? It looks. Oh, about TC Kubege.
Keep touching it.
Oh, okay, so everyone is saying. Everyone. If the painting is for sale, no, it's lettuce. You can talk to her about that. I'm not involved in that part. The triangles, I felt like we are African, and the triangles have been so prominent in our symbolism. If you notice, a lot of it's the one of the strongest shapes, by the way. So it also is a symbol of strength. I felt like it would go well with the butterflies because butterflies go through a lot to become what they are. So yeah, it's a symbol of strength. Okay. Oh, the galaxy, limitless thinking. Because whenever you look up at the sky, you see stars and it's limitless. So I've always felt like the afro is another way of being limitless because you can always do it. We have dreadlocks, we have braids, we local. So yeah, I love stars in African hair because it symbolizes limitless thinking.
Any other questions?
And not everything is a symbol. Some of the things are for like aesthetically pleasing, like the pink. I just chose pink because I think it goes well with the brown skin. So it became a symbol because of you, but yeah, I just chose it because it looks nice.
Well, if that's all, this is the end of the set, but we're continuing with the discussion. I just
yeah.
So with awakening, the conflict, and cocooning or becoming, what this show brought to you is respect of resilience, self-awareness, and the courage it takes to become the person you wish to be as a young person out there. I hope this doesn't just serve as an artistic interest or entertainment, but as a way to pick up your journey and become something in your life. Thank you.